Hello, and welcome to the Designing with Love podcast. I am your host, Jackie Pellegrin, where my goal is to bring you information, tips, and tricks as an instructional designer. Hello, GCU students, alumni, and fellow educators. Welcome to episode 46 of the Designing with Love podcast. So, let me ask you something. After you pour your time and energy into crafting a learning experience, how do you know it worked? How do you know learners really got what they needed? This is where the Kirkpatrick Model comes in, and trust me, it's much more than handing out a smiley face survey at the end. Whether you're developing training for a corporate setting, education, or nonprofits, understanding how to evaluate learning effectively will make you a more impactful designer. So, grab your coffee, notebook, or just settle in. Let's dive in. The Kirkpatrick Model is one of the most widely used frameworks for evaluating the effectiveness of training programs. It was developed by Dr. Donald Kirkpatrick in the 1950s and has stood the test of time. Why? Because it gives us a layered way to look at success. It's not just about whether learners enjoyed the training, but whether it actually made a difference. The model is made up of 4 levels: reaction, learning, behavior, and results. All right, so let's break those down. Level 1, reaction. This level is all about how learners feel about the experience. Did they like the training? Was it engaging, relevant? You might gather this information through post-training surveys or feedback forms. This is important because learners who enjoy training are more likely to stay engaged. Think of this as the first impression of your work. It doesn't tell you if the learning stuck, but it's a useful pulse check. Level 2, learning. Here, we measure what learners actually learned. Did their knowledge or skills improve? This can be captured through pre- and post-assessments, quizzes, or even informal knowledge checks. This level helps answer the following question: did we meet our learning objectives? Level 3, behavior. This one is powerful. It asks the following: did the learners actually apply what they learned once they returned to their jobs or daily lives? You might measure this through interviews, observations, or follow-up assessments weeks or months after training. And here's a key point. Learning is only truly successful if it leads to behavior change. Level 4, results. This is the big one. What impact did the training have on the organization or desired outcomes? This could be increased productivity, improved customer satisfaction, higher test scores, whatever aligns with your original goals. This level is harder to measure, but it's the ultimate proof that your training delivered real value. Now, if you're new to instructional design, you might be thinking, do I need to measure all 4 levels for every project? The short answer is not necessarily. The beauty of the Kirkpatrick Model is that it gives you a framework. You can scale it up or down depending on your time, budget, and goals. But here's why it's worth understanding from the start. Number 1, it keeps your focus on outcomes, not just content. Number 2, it helps you design with the end in mind, which is always a best practice. Number 3, it builds credibility. Stakeholders love data, and this model helps you tell the story of your training's impact. And finally, number 4, it gives you language to advocate for continuous improvements in your designs. All right, so now that you know why the Kirkpatrick Model matters, I will take a few minutes to provide a practical example and how you can incorporate each level. Here's the scenario. Let's imagine you've just designed a customer service training for a small business. Level 1, you give a post-session survey. Most participants say the training was clear and helpful. Level 2, a short quiz shows 85% of employees improved their understanding of how to handle difficult customers. Level number 3, a manager reports that employees are now applying de-escalation strategies during customer calls. Level 4, after 3 months, customer complaints have decreased by 30%. That's the power of evaluation. It lets you see the ripple effect of your instructional design work. So, how can you start using the Kirkpatrick Model even as a beginner? Tip number 1, start simple. Add a short reaction survey and a knowledge check. Tip number 2, partner with stakeholders. Ask what success looks like for them. This will help guide what you measure. Tip number 3, think beyond the classroom. Set up follow-ups or check-ins after learners have had time to apply the training. And tip number 4, document everything. Even informal data helps tell the story of your work. So, to all my fellow designers out there, especially those just starting the journey, remember this. Evaluation isn't just the final step. It's part of the design process itself. When you evaluate your learning experiences with intention, you not only improve the learning, but you also improve as a designer. As a recap, we covered the nuts and bolts of the Kirkpatrick Model, why it matters for new designers, a practical example, and some tips for getting started. Make sure to check out the interactive infographic in the show notes that provides an overview of the key information I shared in the episode. You can also visit the Kirkpatrick Partners website for more detailed information and to learn more about Dr. Donald Kirkpatrick. As I conclude this episode, I would like to share an inspiring quote from Peter Drucker. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Thank you for taking some time to listen to this podcast episode today. Your support means the world to me. If you'd like to help keep the podcast going, you can share it with a friend or colleague, leave a heartfelt review, or offer a monetary contribution. Every act of support, big or small, makes a difference, and I'm truly thankful for you.